Mom, pollinator. That was great. I loved paintball.
Yeah, and that was the beginning of the Madison craziness too, right?
Yeah.
She shows up in a cheerleading outfit and she's just like, and then she shows up the next day and strips it off. And it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be my favorite. Oh, now I'm done. No, it was so much fun because, like she was saying, it was right before I went crazy. The hardest thing, you guys have no idea, because I had the little bitch scenes, and then I had towards the end more vulnerable stuff. But when they wrote in that I had to walk in the hall and take off my clothes, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I had to go on like this serious diet and like be like, oh my gosh. It was the scariest thing, but to me it was really memorable because it was something I had to really like get out of my head for. I was like, all right.
Look at her, she's smoking hot. What is she worried about?
It was hard because, if everybody else is, kind of half naked, it's all good. But everybody else with clothes now. And then they had to stare at me.
And there's 200 people standing on the set. It's not what you think it is, right?
But it was great. It was cool. And
you were awesome.
Turned out so fun.
Yeah, we were like,
they were like, check her out. I was like, all right, because I don't know how I can not stare.
I know. But paintball is fun.
Well, Paige wrote that one, so you know who to blame.
That was awesome. The days out at paintball when it was like, I swear it was like 105,000 degrees.
And then there was a sharpshooter who was supposed to be professional, and he totally like hit my finger and like,
no way.
Yeah,
no, Valerie's like wounded. We were there 5 minutes and she was shot.
Totally got hurt.
You're like, oh, that really hurt.
I kept going.
Yeah.
You guys all took shots though. Like by the next day on set, like you had to wear certain like things from wardrobe. You
shots,
everywhere. Like everyone was like, look at my whip.
I know there was a lot of
and our awesome tan lines.
Yeah,
that was fun.
But it hurt. That's when it really hurt because we got shot by an actual sniper, like a shooter. Because you'd catch us the camera going this way shooting, but then to get the shot where it's supposed to be, it was a professional. And so I'm waiting for it, where I was like, whoa! The first one when it went down, I really thought I got shot.
And who was the big geek of that day too was Chris, who plays Glenn, because he's like, I'm bringing my own paintball gun. Okay.
He's like, actually need to bring a high-speed one.
I know. He's like, he comes in, he had all his own stuff. And they're like, you can't use that. That's gonna hurt somebody. And he was like, totally. He's like, that's not the way it's done. And we're like, all right, have at it, man.
Another question?
I'm really sorry.
Over here. We'll go to the back. Yes.
Talk about the Clay storyline. Who came up with that? I thought that was...
What?
The Clay storyline.
Which part?
Hang on, guys. Which part?
Which part of the storyline?
It's meant to be an African American son and this about the family.
Always.
Really?
That was the original pilot. Always.
Hey, is he coming back?
I
You have to watch season 3.
don't think they're allowed to talk about season 3, and I don't know, so I'm safe.
Especially with that storyline, since there's so much controversy going on. Yeah. So that's the
Stay
thing.
tuned.
Stay tuned, indeed. Question.
I don't know. Looked like he got shot.
So we had-
I don't know.
Here, am I missing anybody?
Oh wait, was it Valerie? Was it you? Who was it in the? Wait, hold on. We went when you shoot a show, then you have to go back, and sometimes they have to redo lines. They have to loop lines if we don't hear it or it doesn't pick up. So
I shoot it to you.
So when the final episode was shot, everybody had to come in and loop their sort of like screaming, scenes and.
Do they know what looping means?
Yeah.
Voiceover.
Okay, so we're in the booth and. Asha was in the booth, and we needed sort of melee and stuff. And I think Chris did too. I don't know if I did this to Valerie, if I tortured her, but you had to come in and we said, okay, we just need some general screaming and yelling when the drive-by happened and people were being shot. So being such good sports, and Asha's back there, she's like, oh my God, doing her thing. And I said, okay, that's really great. I'm in a booth, I'm behind the glass, and I'm like, that's really great. Could you just give me one more? Could you just say, oh my God, I've been shot? She's like. What? And I did that to Chris too. He goes, are you kidding me? I just give it to me and really, like you're really going down with it. So I was just like torturing them. Yeah, they totally Yeah, well, the cast didn't know till you showed up, right? Do you live or died? Or,
No.
Are you guys on the show?
Maybe
Who knows if we're on the show? We're here.
we just have to watch.
That's right.
That's a whole part of the process. Let's maybe
Apparently I
we can
got
kind of get kind of cast and then sort of your bosses there. Let's talk about I guess trust on kind of with your show, because you're kind of giving away who you are to the writers and to the producers on this. How big is trust on the set? Because it feels like you guys just sort of trust each other.
That's the One Tree Hill.
Well, just to pick up what I was telling you about the when we the coming out one where I find them in bed, trust was huge on that. And with Gabby and myself when I had to slap her. So it's so
5 takes.
Yeah, trust is enormous, and I don't know that, and it's very rare to have such a great cast and crew and writers that we all are so close. So trust is very important.
You have to
on the set.
understand, this is very brave. These girls aren't a couple. I know that's going to crush you, but they're not. So it's very brave of them to be able to do what they do on a daily basis. Everybody, they're characters. This isn't who they are. We take something that they do, we find sort of a rhythm for them, and we exploit it, but it's not who they are. So to come and be vulnerable and do this stuff and have relationships they wouldn't have in life and be angry and mean and homophobic or whatever it is they're playing, it's awesome that they do that for us, and it's very brave.
The cool thing throughout the season 2 was that the writers got a feel of kind of what we could do and who we were underneath those characters, and then they would write for us, which I know. But I know the girls, Mandy and Gabby too. I mean, we've all kind of discussed this, that when things aren't really written how you've been used to or whatever, it's kind of hard. You get like a random line and you're like, how? Yeah, I would never, like, who is Madison right now? So that's huge when it comes to the writers and trusting us and knowing us to the point where they can write, and it's like, totally, that's me, that's Madison or not Gabby, Spencer.
Oh, a question? Yeah.